Solo Sikoa broke down in tears when he learned that Roman Reigns was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, and the leaked footage of his emotional collapse will make you absolutely furious about how WWE has been hiding the true severity of Roman's life-threatening injuries while his own family suffers in agony. The exclusive backstage video shows Solo Sikoa completely devastated when he found out that his cousin might be dying in a Paris hospital, crying uncontrollably as he begged WWE officials to tell him the truth about Roman's condition while they continued feeding him lies to protect their corporate image. Right now, Solo Sikoa is sitting in a hospital waiting room not knowing if the head of his family will survive the night, while WWE executives are more concerned about stock prices and social media damage control than supporting a grieving family member who's watching his world fall apart. The raw footage that WWE tried to suppress shows Solo's immediate reaction when medical personnel told him Roman was unresponsive and being rushed to emergency surgery. His screams of anguish echo through the backstage area as he realizes his cousin might never wake up again. But here's what makes Solo's breakdown absolutely heartbreaking: he's not just crying about Roman's injuries. The leaked audio shows him blaming himself for not being there to protect his cousin from the savage attack that left him fighting for his life. "I should have been there," Solo sobs in footage that will destroy your soul. "I should have protected Roman. He's the head of our family and I failed him when he needed me most. What if he dies thinking I abandoned him?" Abandoned him. Solo Sikoa is torturing himself with guilt over Roman's critical condition even though he had nothing to do with the attack that nearly killed the tribal chief. The psychological trauma that Solo is inflicting on himself while Roman fights for survival shows the devastating impact of WWE's negligent safety management on the entire Bloodline family. But WWE officials are showing zero compassion for Solo's emotional breakdown, instead pressuring him to make public statements that downplay Roman's condition to protect the company's corporate interests. The leaked conversation shows WWE executives telling Solo to stay strong for the family and project confidence about Roman's recovery while he's literally falling apart from grief and fear about losing his cousin forever. "We need you to be the stable presence that keeps the family together during this difficult time," one executive tells the devastated Solo. "The fans are looking to you for reassurance that Roman will be okay. Reassurance that Roman will be okay." They're asking Solo to lie to millions of fans about Roman's condition being survivable when the medical team hasn't even guaranteed he'll make it through the night. The corporate manipulation of a grieving family member to participate in public deception while his cousin fights for life shows the moral bankruptcy of WWE's crisis management strategy. But the most devastating footage shows Solo talking to Roman's unconscious form in the hospital ICU, begging his cousin to wake up and forgive him for not being there during the attack. "Please don't leave us," Solo whispers through tears while holding Roman's hand. "The family needs you. I need you. I'm sorry I wasn't there to protect you. Please give me another chance to be the cousin you deserve." The raw emotion in Solo's bedside plea while Roman lies unresponsive on life support will absolutely shatter your heart because it shows the genuine love and loyalty that exists in the Bloodline family beyond any storyline. This isn't corporate entertainment, this is a family member begging his cousin to survive life-threatening injuries while WWE executives calculate the promotional value of their emotional pain. Meanwhile, the leaked footage shows Solo completely unable to function normally since learning about Roman's critical condition. He can barely eat, sleep, or carry on basic conversations because all his emotional energy is focused on Roman's survival. "I can't think about anything else," Solo tells his wife in leaked audio. "Every time my phone rings, I think it's going to be the call telling me that Roman didn't make it. I don't know how to live in a world without him. Don't know how to live without him." Solo's entire emotional stability is dependent on Roman's survival because the tribal chief has been the anchor of their family for so long. The psychological dependence that Solo has on Roman shows how completely Roman's potential death would destroy not just individual family members but the entire structure of the Bloodline legacy. But WWE continues treating Roman's critical condition as a temporary storyline inconvenience rather than recognizing the family trauma that could permanently alter the lives of everyone who loves him. The leaked therapy session shows Solo dealing with severe anxiety and panic attacks related to Roman's uncertain medical future. "I keep having nightmares about losing him," he tells his counselor. "I wake up in cold sweats thinking he's already gone." Nightmares and panic attacks. The psychological trauma of watching Roman fight for life has pushed Solo to the brink of his own mental health crisis while WWE focuses on business concerns. The collateral damage from Roman's injuries extends far beyond just the victim to family members who are experiencing their own psychological breakdown from the trauma of potential loss. But WWE has provided zero mental health support for Solo despite knowing that he's psychologically devastated by Roman's critical condition. The leaked conversation between Solo and Jimmy Uso shows both brothers completely overwhelmed by the possibility of losing Roman while trying to hold their family together during the crisis. "How do we tell the kids that Roman might not come home?" Solo asks Jimmy through tears. How do we explain to them that the strongest person in our family might not be strong enough to survive this, might not come home? The brothers are preparing the family for the possibility that Roman could die from his injuries while WWE publicly maintains that his condition is manageable. The family conversations about potential death show how disconnected WWE's corporate messaging is from the medical reality that Roman's loved ones are facing. Meanwhile, the leaked footage shows Solo struggling to maintain his wrestling career while dealing with the emotional trauma of Roman's condition. He can barely concentrate during matches because his mind is consumed with worry about his cousin's survival. "I can't focus on anything," Solo tells wrestling colleagues. "Every move I make in the ring, I'm thinking about Roman lying in that hospital bed." Wrestling doesn't seem to matter when your family is falling apart. Wrestling doesn't matter. Solo's perspective on his career has been completely altered by the trauma of Roman's critical condition, showing how family crises can destroy professional motivation and performance. But WWE continues expecting him to perform at full capacity while providing no support for the psychological trauma that's affecting his ability to function professionally. The leaked audio from Solo's conversation with WWE management shows them pressuring him to continue his wrestling schedule despite his obvious emotional distress over Roman's condition. "We understand this is difficult," executives tell him, "but the show must go on. Fans are counting on you to represent the Bloodline while Roman recovers. The show must go on." WWE is prioritizing entertainment production over Solo's mental health crisis and family trauma while Roman fights for survival in intensive care. The callous demand that Solo continue performing while emotionally devastated shows how little WWE actually cares about their talent's psychological well-being during family emergencies. But perhaps the most infuriating aspect of Solo's emotional breakdown is how WWE is using his genuine grief as promotional material for their storylines rather than respecting his family's privacy during their darkest hour. The leaked marketing documents show WWE planning to incorporate Solo's real tears and emotional pain into their programming as authentic character development and organic storytelling. Solo's genuine emotional response to Roman's situation creates incredible narrative opportunities, one marketing memo states. "We should capture and utilize this authentic family drama for maximum audience engagement." Utilize family drama for engagement. WWE is treating Solo's psychological breakdown and family trauma as content creation opportunities rather than respecting their privacy during a medical emergency. The exploitation of genuine grief and family crisis for entertainment purposes represents a new low in WWE's manipulation of talent personal lives for corporate benefit. The leaked footage shows Solo discovering WWE's plans to use his emotional breakdown for storyline purposes, and his reaction is absolutely explosive with rage and betrayal. "You want to use my tears about Roman dying for your TV show?" Solo screams at executives. "You want to turn my family's pain into entertainment while my cousin fights for his life? You people are sick." Family pain into entertainment. Solo's fury at WWE's exploitation of his grief exposes the moral depravity of corporate executives who view family tragedy as promotional opportunities. His realization that WWE is profiting from his emotional breakdown while Roman remains in critical condition has destroyed any remaining trust between the Bloodline family and company management. But WWE officials respond to Solo's outrage by threatening his career and family employment rather than acknowledging their unethical exploitation of family trauma. The leaked audio shows executives telling Solo that his unprofessional behavior and failure to cooperate with promotional opportunities could result in contract termination and retaliation against other family members. "We've invested heavily in the Bloodline brand," they tell him. "Your family's employment depends on your cooperation with our creative and promotional strategies. Don't let personal emotions interfere with business decisions. Family employment depends on cooperation." WWE is using financial threats and employment leverage to force Solo to allow exploitation of his grief while Roman remains unconscious. The systematic coercion of a traumatized family member through economic pressure while his cousin fights for life shows the depths of WWE's corporate sociopathy. Meanwhile, the leaked medical updates show that Roman's condition has actually worsened since Solo's initial breakdown, with doctors now discussing the possibility of permanent brain damage or death. Worsened condition. While Solo tortures himself with guilt and WWE exploits his grief, Roman's medical situation has deteriorated to the point where survival itself is uncertain. The decline in Roman's condition makes Solo's emotional breakdown even more tragic because his worst fears about losing his cousin may be becoming medical reality. But WWE continues using Solo's authentic grief for promotional purposes despite knowing that Roman's condition is grave enough that Solo's tears may soon become mourning for actual death. The leaked conversation between Solo and Roman's children shows him trying to explain why their father might never come home while maintaining hope that conflicts with medical reality. "Your daddy is very sick," Solo tells them through tears. "The doctors are trying their best to help him, but we need to pray very hard that he gets better. Daddy is the strongest person I know, but sometimes even strong people need help. Daddy might never come home." Solo is preparing Roman's children for the possibility of losing their father while trying to maintain hope that medical experts suggest may be unrealistic. The impossible balance between honesty and hope that Solo must maintain with grieving children shows the family trauma that extends beyond just adult relationships to innocent children who don't understand why their father is dying. The leaked therapy session with Roman's children shows them asking Solo why WWE allowed their father to get hurt so badly, and his struggle to answer without destroying their innocence. Why didn't WWE protect Daddy? Roman's daughter asks Solo. Don't they care about him? Solo's response shows his own fury at corporate negligence. Sometimes grown UPS make bad decisions that hurt people we love. Bad decisions that hurt people we love. Solo is trying to explain corporate negligence to children while maintaining their faith in the wrestling business their family has dedicated their lives to. The psychological damage being done to Roman's children through their father's medical crisis will affect them for years, but WWE shows no concern for the impact on the next generation of the Bloodline family. But the most shocking revelation is the leaked audio of Solo confronting the wrestlers who attacked Roman, demanding answers about why they hurt his cousin so badly. Why did you have to go that far? Solo asks Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in leaked footage. Roman is a father, a husband, a head of our family. Did you think about his kids when you were trying to kill him? Solo's direct confrontation with Roman's attackers shows his belief that their violence was intended to cause maximum damage rather than create entertainment. The face-to-face meeting between Solo and the wrestlers who put Roman in critical condition reveals the personal nature of his grief and his need to understand how they could justify nearly killing his family member. But Reed and Breaker's responses show they're following WWE's corporate line about the attack being more intense than intended rather than taking personal responsibility for their role in Roman's critical condition. We were just following the script, they tell Solo. We never meant for it to get this serious. We're sorry about what happened to Roman. Just following the script. The wrestlers' excuse that they were following orders provides no comfort to Solo because it confirms that WWE management authorized the violence that nearly killed his cousin. Solo's realization that Roman's life-threatening injuries resulted from corporate decisions rather than wrestler malice shifts his anger from individual performers to the executive system that endangered his family. The leaked footage shows Solo's subsequent confrontation with WWE executives being far more heated and personal than his conversation with the wrestlers who carried out the attack. You authorized them to hurt my cousin, Solo accuses management. You gave them permission to go beyond safe limits and now Roman might die because of your business decisions. Solo's direct accusation that executive authorization caused Roman's critical condition puts responsibility exactly where it belongs, with corporate decision-makers rather than performing talent. But WWE executives respond to Solo's accusations with legal threats and contract pressure rather than accepting accountability for their role in endangering Roman's life. The leaked audio shows them warning Solo that his defamatory statements about company safety management could result in legal action against him and termination of family contracts. We won't tolerate talent making false accusations about safety protocols, they tell him. Your continued employment depends on retracting these statements and supporting the company's official position. Legal threats against a grieving family member. WWE is using lawsuit intimidation against Solo while his cousin fights for life rather than addressing the legitimate safety concerns he's raising. The systematic intimidation of family members who question safety management shows that WWE values legal protection more than addressing the conditions that nearly killed Roman Reigns. But Solo refuses to be silenced by corporate threats because his love for Roman matters more than his WWE career. The leaked footage shows him publicly supporting his cousin despite potential retaliation. I don't care about contracts or legal threats, Solo states defiantly. Roman is my family and he's fighting for his life because WWE didn't protect him. That's the truth and I'm not backing down from it. Not backing down. Solo's courage in facing corporate retaliation to support his injured cousin shows the authentic family loyalty that WWE has been trying to exploit for storyline purposes. His willingness to sacrifice his own career to speak truth about Roman's condition proves that blood loyalty matters more to him than business relationships or financial security. Meanwhile, the leaked conversation between Solo and other wrestlers shows him recruiting support for Roman within the locker room despite WWE's pressure to minimize the severity of his injuries. Roman gave everything to this company, Solo tells his colleagues. The least we can do is demand that they tell the truth about his condition and take responsibility for what happened to him. Demand the truth. Solo is organizing locker room support for Roman while WWE tries to control the narrative and minimize corporate accountability for his critical condition. The grassroots effort by wrestlers to support their injured colleague shows that talent loyalty transcends corporate messaging when family and friendship are involved. But WWE management has reportedly threatened wrestlers with disciplinary action if they support Solo's truth-telling campaign about Roman's condition. The leaked memo warns talent that unauthorized statements about wrestler medical conditions could result in contract violations and professional consequences. Unauthorized truth-telling. WWE is threatening disciplinary action against wrestlers who tell the truth about Roman's condition because honesty interferes with their corporate damage control strategy. The systematic suppression of factual information about Roman's medical situation shows that WWE prioritizes narrative control over honest communication with fans and colleagues who care about his welfare. But the most heartbreaking aspect of Solo's emotional breakdown is the leaked footage of him maintaining a bedside vigil while Roman remains unconscious, talking to his cousin for hours about their family memories and shared dreams. "Remember when we first made it to WWE together?" Solo whispers to unconscious Roman. "You told me we were going to take over the whole company as a family. You kept that promise, us. Now I need you to keep one more promise. Promise me you'll wake up and come back to us. Promise you'll wake up." Solo's desperate pleas to his unconscious cousin show the depth of his emotional dependence on Roman's recovery and his fear of facing life without the head of their family. The private moments between Solo and Roman reveal authentic family bonds that go far deeper than any storyline WWE has created around their relationship. These genuine expressions of love and loyalty make WWE's exploitation of their family trauma even more disgusting because they're profiting from authentic relationships built over lifetimes of shared experience. The leaked medical consultation shows doctors preparing Solo for the possibility that Roman may never regain consciousness, and his reaction to this news is absolutely devastating to witness. "No," Solo screams when told about the possibility of permanent unconsciousness. "He has to wake up. He has kids who need him. He's the head O.